What is going on, Gold Squad? Welcome back to the Chicago Cubs franchise. In this episode, we are going to be simulating the month of May. We're not getting any gameplay here in this month other than May 31st. And we're going to be covering the minor leagues. So we're going to get an update from our AAA system, from our AA system, and see how our prospects are doing, how our young studs are doing down on the farm, and just get a nice little update to see how they're performing. What are some positions that we need to focus on here upcoming for the next draft? That's going to happen here on Tuesday. So that's going to be a live stream. We'll spin the wheel. We'll create all the prospects in the off season, but we'll actually have their names being wheel spun and determining where they are going to go and to what team. But we got to have that draft first. We got to show that live. So that's going to be on Tuesday. So really, this episode is kind of a prep, kind of a primer, if you will. As we see our statistics for our big league club, got some underperforming hitters here: Franchi Cordero, Ian Happ, Wisdom, Seiya Suzuki, guys that are just not really performing too well. Wilson Contreras actually on a hot streak, hitting about 200, so you can really tell how bad of a season that he's having after signing a big contract with us. Brendan Davis, probably our one really consistent hitter other than Nick Madrigal, here at about 270. Plus our bench guys, they're actually performing not too bad. Nelson Velasquez and Ildemaro Vargas, not too shabby. I like what I'm seeing out of them. Pitching-wise, Albert Alzolay, not doing too hot, 0-8. Marcus Stroman, not doing too well. Kyle Hendricks could be better. He's 3-6, got a pretty inflated ERA for his standard. So I'm not too impressed with how the pitching staff is going here. But the bullpen, it could be worse. It could be worse. I'm actually not too angry at the bullpen's production. I'm more a little bit disappointed in the starting pitching. Now, as far as our AAA pitching prospects go, we got Gesellman here. Not a prospect by any means, but I'm liking what Reed Stein's doing. I'm liking what David Booth is doing. He has one walk on the season, guys. I don't know if I told you that before. I think I did in the last episode. But Cole Winn doing some nice work. Braylon Marquez doing nice work. I don't like the fact that these guys, all three of them, were being put into the bullpen. So that's got to change. Don't know what's up with that, but we're making that switch right now. So Stein, Booth, gonna replace Gesellman, Yardley, and Abbott. I have no idea how this is going to shake out with their energy levels, but we're heading into gameplay right after this update here, so we'll get a better idea if that was the right swap, I guess you'd say. As far as our AA level goes, Jordan Wicks, Rucker, we're going to actually see Michael Rucker pitch in our AA level game, and I'm actually, a little spoiler here, I'm actually kind of impressed with Mr. Michael Rucker. Aaron Zavala, guy that we traded for from Texas, if you guys remember that move, hitting .313 right now. I love Aaron Zavala. He's actually progressing quite nicely too. Chris Addison, our top draft pick from a season ago, catcher / outfielder, hitting about 270-ish, no home runs, so not getting a lot of extra base pop, but I like what he's doing for being such a young guy and producing the way that he is as a number 3, number 4 type of hitter. Yeah, you want him to have a little bit more power than he does, but I'm not too worried about it, I guess I'd say. Matt Beatty, by the way, continues to rate. 327, a couple home runs, good RBI totals there. So Matt Beatty's making a strong case to get called up to the big league level. So is Bryce Ball, even though it's limited sample size, but about 280, not bad. Clint Frazier hitting over 300. I like to see that. He's up to a 69 now. He was kind of hovering around that 67 overall rating. So 69 it's a nice number, right? It's a nice number. Maybe he gets the call up here at some point. Our offense needs a little bit of a boost, a jolt. Take a look at the top 50 prospects, seeing some of our custom guys get a little love here. Matt Naberall, one of the top picks in the draft. Blue chip pitcher, making the jump all the way to the big leagues for the Philadelphia Phillies. Not pitching terribly. He's only been involved in 2 games at this point. But take a look at Mikey Porter, a Milwaukee Brewers prospect, hitting above 290. Chris Rosario hitting .333 with 10 home runs and 44 ribbies. Good production there at the AAA level. Ben Zawadzki, 4 games started at the AAA level, 2 wins. Yankees for Eric Belmont. 9 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, showing some extra base power. David Gonzalez, I might have to worry about this guy. 290, 2 homers, 19 ribbies for the Shy Sox. Chucky Morton, we're going to see him in action here against the Durham Bulls in our AAA action. Jim Frank, again, not bad of a pitcher. Connor Roberts, 4 homers. So it's nice to see that we've got a couple guys like actually producing. Like sometimes when you actually replace the CPU players, you got to really be careful because those hot and cold zones for hitters, they matter. They really matter. So little tidbit of help there if you guys are kind of running your franchise the same way. Make sure you're paying attention to the hot and cold zones if you're replacing players over CPU generated ones. Because once you replace your guys and you think that your custom guys are going to do something and those hot cold zones are bad, they're probably not going to produce. Now a guy like Josh Dreifert, he's got a few cold zones in there, but that kind of fits his, I guess, DNA, if you will. That kind of fits what he's like as a prospect anyway, coming from the Bradley Braves dynasty. So I kind of like the comparison there with some of those hot cold zones and how he was hitting about 180, right? Kyle Portnoy, AAA level pitcher for the Mets, not doing too bad. Kevin McMillan for the D-backs. Again, guys, just they're not bad. Like we've actually done them. We've done them some justice. I like it. I think everything is pretty much up to par with kind of what I thought these guys should do. Jacob Southard pitching really well, 6-2 for the Pirates AA level. Jason Putier at 6'7", by the way, left-hander. So he's really embracing that Randy Johnson, that Randy Johnson look. But yeah, so that's your list of top 50 prospects. We didn't cover every single player that we created. We created over 75 guys, including patrons. We didn't cover everybody, but you know, at this point, now that you're in this universe, I can't cover everybody. It's impossible. So if you guys do, if your player shows up and they're performing well enough in order to talk about, you know, they will be. And that's just how that's got to run. There's just way too many players to cover. I don't know who would sit there and watch that. I don't know. It's cool to have custom players, but I don't know who would sit there for 10 minutes talking about all these custom guys that they have no connection to, other than your guy. Like you might have a connection with your dude that you made. Anyway, let's get to AA against the Trash Pandas. What a great name. I love the Trash Pandas. It's awesome. I wish the Chicago Cubs, you know, Tennessee Smokies is really cool too, right? Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. Fits perfectly with the Cubs, plus the Iowa Cubs. I love it. So Zavala gets on with a base hit that maybe should have been an error, but they're going to be the hometown score is going to be kind to his second baseman. They're going to give him a base hit, so we'll take that. Works for us. Like to increase his average. Now Canario actually was walking on down to first base, but umpire called it a strike, so which set up the next pitch. Was not a very good pitch to swing at, but Canario offered, and that would be out number 1. Out number 2 is going to be Chris Addison. He got a hold of this one. High and inside fastball. I really thought he was going to do some damage there. Just turned on it, and to no avail. So the power numbers, I think, really probably going to hurt Chris Addison. More that contact type of catcher. Good hitter, but man, it's either the wind is blowing in or something, because Nico Cavadas just missed this one too. PCI placement not great on that swing, but Tennessee not going to be able to get anything done. Michael Rucker with a runner on base is going to strike his man out, so it's going to be the first K for Rucker. Jambroni with a fastball right down the middle. He's going to drill this thing all the way to the wall. That's going to be a one-out double. 2-0 pitch as well. We're definitely looking for something to drive, and Jambroni got it. It's his 13th double on the season. Miguel Amaya, lots been talked about this catching prospect. D potential, so the show did him wrong, did him dirty in that respect. But next batter up is Preciado. He's going to line drive this thing right back to first base, and again, the Smokies can't get anything across. Let's go to the second inning as Rucker's going to get a strikeout. Let's go to the bottom of the third as he's still firing scoreless innings. 2 strikeouts here already in this inning, and Michael Rucker's got that strikeout pitch working. He's upwards of 96. Got a really biting, sweeping curveball. I really like what I'm seeing out of Michael Rucker. Now, again, Chris Addison, really good plate coverage. This PCI is big. It's big for Chris Addison. But again, he just missed it. I think that power numbers are really hurting him. Now, here is Narciso Crook. A double off the wall. Actually, no, he's going for 3. A very risky decision by Crook. but he's going to take it, and he's going to deliver a triple for us. A 2-out triple, and then Jambroni comes up and bloop, little bloop single, RBI. Tennessee's up 1-0 here, and Jambroni, gotta love that. Got a double earlier in the game, now an RBI single. Love it. Rucker, another clean, scoreless inning, another strikeout again. Let's go to the 5th inning, does it again. Another strikeout. 6th inning comes by. Miguel Amaya with the shot down to second base. Gunned him out. Let's go to bottom 7th. Wow. Rucker, another strikeout. Chance Cisco comes up. Here's a ground ball to Jambroni. Makes the play. Nice pick out of the dirt by Cavadas. Chris Addison unfortunately strikes out that slow, sweeping curveball. That sucks. That sucks. I really wanted to do something here in gameplay with him, but we're already here in the bottom of the 8th, and it's not likely that Addison gets back up and is able to contribute here. So bottom 8, again, we win the inning, and Rucker is still out there in the bottom of the 9th. Canario, fly ball, line drive actually, makes the catch. Next batter up, 2-2 pitch. Cavadas makes the play at first. And then with a little bit of a mound visit, seeing, hey, we're going to pump you up for this batter here. Deshaun Knowles already got a hit on you. And Jambroni with the flip. Nice play at second. And the Tennessee Smokies will get a win here upon a very great pitching performance by Michael Rucker. Offense, a little bit stagnant, right? We didn't really get a whole lot of action going for us. We really had to rely on Narciso Crook for that triple. Jambroni knocked him in, but other than that, it was all Jambroni here. A 3-for-4 day for him. Got a double, had that single, 2 singles actually if you're really wanting to nitpick me on that. But yeah, ultimately we got it done pitching. If we didn't have that pitching performance out of Michael Rucker, I highly doubt we would have won that game. 1-0 win. Not going to be a lot of games that you win 1-0. All right, let's go out to the AAA level, and we are taking a look here at our Iowa Cubs against the Durham Bulls. Now, Archimedes Gamboa. I love this guy. Gamboa, base knock here, 1-0 pitch. Man, he had some of the smoothest swings in some of those highlights that I showed you guys at the trade deadline. We acquired him from San Francisco, and I'm liking what he's already been doing in gameplay. I've only had my hands on him. 1 at-bat so far and a base hit. Now, Ryan McBroom grounds into a double play promptly. Don't like that, but what I do love is hitting with Matt Beatty. 43 contact against lefties and 60-plus power. Beatty delivers a home run. Did you see those flags out in right field? Not even moving. That was pure Matt Beatty right there. He is vying for a spot on the big league club on the 26-man roster, and I think I've got to oblige. I think I got to give it to him, right? I have to. He produced in spring training. He's producing down here in AAA level, and I just continue to hit with this guy. I don't know what it is. I love it, though. But another player that I love hitting with, James Triantos, hits a screeching line drive double all the way to the wall, but John Hicks, even despite the bobble from shortstop, can't get safe. Just too slow. He's got that catcher speed. Let's go to the bottom of the first. We got David Booth, one of our top draft picks a year ago, out of Alabama. One of the top pitching prospects in our Bradley Braves dynasty over there on Twitch. So it's actually interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how he does against this lineup. He's already got a strikeout here. Nice cut fastball on Williams. Take one more look at this pitch. Ooh, did you see it? I love that. Just missed the bat. Love to see it. Josh Naylor, ground ball, back up the middle, past Triantos for Armstrong. Ooh, get the throw off there, buddy. Okay, cool. All right, well, Josh Naylor with a base knock here. Then we've got fly ball to Quiros. They make the catch, and Booth is out of the inning. One thing I love about David Booth, he's only got 1 walk in CPU simulation here. Like, I haven't even played a single game with this guy yet, and he has 1 walk. I thought Reed Stein would have been the guy that had more control, but that's crazy to me. 1 walk, bunch of strikeouts, dials up to 97 there, getting another strikeout. Now here's Gamboa's next at bat in the top of the 3rd, and Hulsizer giving chase at the wall. There's no way he's going to get this one way over his head, way above that wall, and Gamboa with a solo shot. So he's already got a single the other way, a curveball that he took pull side, for a solo home run. And we got a 2-0 lead here for Iowa. Now, David Booth in just a little bit of trouble here in the corner. Frazier going to get this to the relay man. That's Triantos, but that might have gotten stuck in his glove a little bit. That relay throw was not very efficient. I know he's got some speed there, but that just wasn't really a good throw by Triantos. Now, here's not even a good throw from Pico Armstrong, just off the mark. So we've had 2 throws off 2 base hits from our outfielders, just getting off the mark there, and it is a tie ball game. Booth's going to get Williams yet again. That's 2 strikeouts on Williams already. Now Hulsizer, a fly ball to Frazier, and that will do it for the 3rd inning. But unfortunately, David Booth gives up the 2 runs on the 2 base hits there. Actually, 3 base hits if you want to count that first one we didn't show. So 3 base hits, 3 knocks there, and 2 runs. Now here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 down, we're going to get another base hit given up. And that's a runner now in scoring position. So Booth giving up a few knocks here, extra base-wise, and I'm not liking what we've got going here. Got to settle it down. Gamboa, ground ball to him. Not the strongest arm at shortstop, but he gets it done there. He gets it across to Matt Beatty there at first. Now, here's a pretty nasty pitch by Doc Zakis. Look at that. Curveball, high and outside to a left-hander. That's tough. You don't really know if it's just going to plop on in there for a strike 3 call. Too close to take. Speaking of strike 3 calls, David Booth's going to get this one on Xavier Edwards. And take a look at the pitch sequence by David Booth in this at-bat. So he was kind of falling behind there, got it to 3-2, and he threw him nothing but fastballs. He even topped 98 on 1 pitch in that sequence. So just wanted to blow it right by that guy, and he did. So Edwards strikes out, and Triantos makes a really nice play at second base. Now here's Triantos again, curveball, low and inside, and he's able to push this right through middle infield. That's actually really tough to do. You got to muscle it right on through. So good job by Triantos to just power through that. But double play by John Hicks, and we've now got 2 down. 0-2 pitch here to Clint Frazier, and that is a great play at third base by Curtis Mead. Wow. Take one more look at it. That would have been a nice ground ball down the line. Good base hit. Maybe could have gotten us into scoring position for 2. But Clint Frazier, ground ball, that's it. That's out of the inning. And then the next inning, we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Josh Naylor, in a 1-0 count, delivers a solo shot. And, yeah, we're a little disappointed there in our Cubs dugout. That's unfortunate, because David Booth had been pitching so well. And, you know, is he in line to get a quality start? Well, he's got a couple more outs to get. He gets 1 in this inning. Gamboa, ground ball to him. He makes quick work of that. 2 down. That was our boy Chucky Morton, a custom prospect that was drafted last season. Sequestral, that's your player. Just going to call you out right now. Playing me in fantasy baseball this week. I hope I beat you. Josh Lowe with a double. Evan Edwards here coming up. That's a ground ball right past Triantos. Another chance here for outfielders to make a good throw. And Frazier offline. Hicks trying to recuperate. Can't do it, and it's now 4-2. So Evan Edwards, not Xavier Edwards, Evan Edwards with an RBI single. Keegan Thompson's going to relieve David Booth here. Frazier going to let this one drop right in front of him, and each runner will advance a base. That's a single there. Edwards moves to second. Line drive up the middle. Pico Armstrong firing here to home. Another offline throw, and it is now 5-2. So even Keegan Thompson can't get these Durham Bulls out. Xavier Edwards, fly ball. Frazier, underneath it, gets the 3rd out. 3rd and final out of the inning. And we're going to jump all the way to the top of the 9th as Jason Adam is coming on and looking for his next save opportunity. A 5-2 game, and Triantos gets his 3rd hit of the ball game. So Triantos muscles this one up the middle. Love what I'm seeing out of this guy. He might need a call up here in September. Little weak contact made by John Hicks. Out there to Hulsizer. Hulsizer coming on in after this weak contact made again by Clint Frazier. And so we've got 3 up and 2 down. PCA, our last chance, and he just missed it. A little early on the contact, a little early on the swing, and that's going to be the 3rd out. And our Iowa Cubs will lose. Our Tennessee Smokies will win. Only scoring 2 runs in the ball game. You know, I can't really ask too much out of minor league talent, right? 8 hits on the game and 2 runs. Take a look at our Iowa Cubs box score. Our top of the order did a lot. Middle of the order, nothing. Taylor Motter got a hit as well, but also a strikeout. 2 strikeouts on the day. So, you know, that might be the silver lining here in all this, is that we were making contact. It's not like we weren't seeing the ball well. You know, Doc Sakis should not be a guy that dominates you, per se. But it's kind of unfortunate that we weren't able to do more damage. But overall, David Booth at 3.98 after that game, so his ERA gets a little bit of a jump. But overall, guys, I mean, I've already kind of showed you the statistics, but this is more to see the roster again. Because as we head towards the draft, I really want to start looking at where do you think, as the community, where do you think that we stand as a club, as an organization? Do we need to keep continuing to build up that pitching staff? Do you think we need to get more positional players, some more prodigies in the outfield? We're pretty loaded at outfield. Do you think we need to focus on third base, first base, like the power positions in the infield? Like, where do you think that we need to go for this next draft? A lot of times, especially in baseball, you're not really taking positionally in the draft. You're not like focusing on what positions you need, like what the outlook is. You're really only looking at best available player, because these guys do take a while, at least in real life, to get big league ready. So just something to consider. Like, if you want this thing to be a realistic draft, like, what do you think we need to focus on? Is it? I don't think it's catcher. We're pretty young there. But again, if we've got a catcher that's like the next Buster Posey or something, like, I don't know how you can just not like take that player, right? But obviously there are positional spots that we need to focus a little more towards, like first base, third base, maybe shortstop, maybe Nico Horner's a guy that you can move around. I don't know. It just depends on what you guys think that we should do. I've got kind of my thoughts on what we need to focus on, but do you agree with me? It's really what I'm asking here as we take a look at our organizational depth. And really, when we go to each draft, I kind of want your guys' opinion on this stuff, because I think it's really cool to get you guys involved in each and every decision that we make here in this franchise series. So guys, that's actually going to do it for the video. Leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you guys in the next one on Tuesday night, as we will do our 2023 MLB Draft. It'll be a lot of fun. As I mentioned, it's going to be a live stream. I'll probably end up going live at about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So set your clock, set your reminders that's when Goldie's going live for the draft. Again, as you know, I'll be moving players over from our Bradley Braves Dynasty over on Twitch over to this series. I'm not going to make 75 guys this time. I'll make probably 30, bring 30 of those players over. Right now I have 5 custom player submissions. I'm not doing an open submission. As you guys know, for this series, it is a Patreon exclusive. Those Patreon players start at $3 per month. Goes up to $5, $10, and $20. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. But for year 2, it is going to be locked here coming up on about Sunday. Sunday player submissions will be locked for this series, because I do have to get those wheel spins created and understand like what players are going to actually be needed to create in the off season. Because as you know, we can't create players in the season. You got to create players in the off season, or edit those players that were drafted. So if that makes sense. If not, go check out the last draft here up in the upper right hand corner. I've linked that for you guys to go check out. But guys, that's it for the video. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you back here on Tuesday night for the draft. If you want to stop by Twitch to check out the Bradley Braves Dynasty series, there we'll finish up year 2, kind of get a good idea of the prospects that we're including. And that's all I got for you guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.